Spring has sprung.
And that means lawn season.
But before you flip the switch on your sprinkler system,
there are some things you should know.
Hello and welcome to Season 2, Episode 15 of the award-winning HUTV, Huntsville Utilities Television. I'm Todd, joined as always by the Bonnie to my Clyde and the Jekyll to my Hyde, Amanda.
Hey everybody.
You know, this couple of Sundays ago, we saw the official start of spring.
And when the seasons change, it also means some changes around your home.
Now, we're going to talk about a very specific change you need to make in just a moment. But first, we want to remind you that HUTV would not be possible without the support of our sponsors. And here with this week's sponsor is the life-size cardboard cutout of our president and CEO, Wes Kelly.
This week's episode of HUTV is brought to you by Shoelaces. Always breaking at the most inconvenient time, shoelaces.
Thank you, FlatQuest. As we said earlier, spring officially started just a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, and we can finally put that cold winter behind us.
Indeed, but when the seasons change, it usually means some changes need to be made around your home as well.
And one of those changes has to do with the outside of your home.
Now, of course, we're talking about your yard, and even though spring is less than a month old, I know that my yard already needs to be mowed.
And besides mowing, your yard might need some water by now. Many of the homes in our area have automated sprinkler systems.
Yes, they do, but just because it is watering season, it doesn't mean you should just turn your watering system back on and then forget about it.
That's right. The cold winter may have damaged some of the parts of your sprinkler system.
So the first thing you need to do is check out your sprinkler system zone by zone for leaks.
Yep, check the pipes, check the sprinkler heads, anything that could be cracked.
Now, if you do find any damage that requires digging, call 811 before you do so that any nearby underground utilities can be located.
Once you've confirmed your system is working properly, keep these tips in mind.
Most lawns only need an inch of water per week, so if we've had a lot of rain, shut your system down until your lawn needs water again.
And some systems have water sensors that can help keep the watering monitored and let you know when it's needed.
Now, you should only use sprinklers that throw big drops of water close to the ground because smaller drops tend to evaporate before they have a chance to be absorbed.
Yep, and soaker hoses are an excellent idea when you want to use just a little bit of water.
And you know, Amanda, I think this topic is an excellent one to introduce our new feature, Todd and Amanda's Pet Peeves. This next tip concerns my pet peeve when it comes to sprinklers. Make sure your sprinkler heads are aiming the maximum amount of water on your grass. We've all seen those yards where it looks like the homeowner is trying to water the street or the sidewalk.
And my biggest pet peeve is over-fertilization. Excess fertilizer and other chemicals in your yard just end up getting washed away and pollutes our groundwater. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions.
And as always, we'll put a link to additional information in the comments.
And if you have a question about sprinkler systems or water issues, post it in below or down below or give us a call.
And now it's time for The Week in Utilities. You know, there are lots of nicknames that we give to toilets,
including the porcelain throne.
Well, a house for sale in Michigan has taken that euphemism to heart.
Pictures of the house posted online show a very unusual toilet.
Yes, instead of the toilet we're all used to, this one actually does resemble a throne.
The house in St. Clair Shores, outside of Detroit, is nicknamed the House of Charm in honor of its first owner, a local TV and radio host known as the Lady of Charm.
And besides this unusual toilet, the bathroom also contains a bathtub on wheels.
The home, including the toilet and bathtub, can be yours for a mere $979,000.
Now, Amanda, before you rush off to make an offer, it's time for you to give us your recommendation from our YouTube library.
Well, since we're talking about water, we wanted to give a shout out to the men and women of our water department who work so hard to keep the water flowing.
Yes, they do. You know, we take it for granted that when we turn on the tap, the water's going to flow, but it wouldn't if it wasn't for them.
In June of last year, we produced a video that shows what a day is like for a water operations utility worker.
And as I recall, we had some openings to fill at the time, and we produced this to help answer questions potential applicants might have had.
That's right, and due to retirements, promotions, and system expansion, we sometimes find ourselves hiring for this position again. So head over to our YouTube channel and check it out, along with the other great content available.
Now, before we go, we want to remind you that all guests on HUTV receive a copy of the HUTV home game. It's handy for mom, dandy for dad, and fun for kids of all ages. Rinses clean in any dishwasher and stores flat in any drawer. The HUTV home game. That's our show for this week. But don't worry, we'll be back soon with another episode.
So be sure to like and subscribe and click the bell so you never miss another video.
Indeed. So until then, I'm Todd for Amanda, Flat West, and all of us at the award-winning HUTV saying thanks for watching, and remember, you can't spell utilities without you.